Hi there, this is Katie with the channel Weather Shaman. Welcome if you're new, and a big hello to my returning subscribers. Today I am outside in nature, prepared to talk to you about how I learned to reprogram my subconscious mind and free myself from labels in order to heal from within and fully embody the greatest version of myself. And I'm going to be teaching you all and sharing with you all what I have learned along my journey, so that hopefully this will help inspire you to also rise into your power, into your highest and greatest version of yourself. So many years ago I was labeled as ADHD, somebody with anxiety disorder, panic disorder, depression, all of these conditions that I was labeled with, and I was put on many medications for these things. I was on 5 medications a day for many years, and for a while these medications served me, yes, but I think overall, looking back on it now, they were a band-aid and they weren't really allowing me to fully go within and heal to my ultimate potential. But for years they did keep me afloat and they did serve a purpose. February of 2019, I finally was freed from all these medications after years of counseling and spiritual journeying out into nature and taking Reiki energy healing classes and sessions and shamanic sessions and shamanic journeying and courses. Basically, I had to rediscover who I was at a soul level and learn to release labels that were no longer serving me. When I was diagnosed with ADHD, panic disorder, generalized anxiety disorder, and depression, for a long time I identified myself with those labels, and I would keep saying, well, my anxiety is why I can't go to this function, or my social anxiety is why I can't do this, and because I have depression, I'll never be happy. I would use these labels and these conditions and diagnostic terms that were cast upon me as excuses for not fully living life. They held me down, they limited my potential, and they made me feel less than, and I had so much guilt and shame around these labels. And I finally, in the middle of 2019 or February of 2019, when I was freed of these medications, that was a miracle, by the way, by the grace of God. You know, I was able to see who I was at a soul level without all of these societal labels that were placed on me. And it became very freeing. And since then, it's just been amazing just seeing myself as a spiritual being having a physical experience. For we are all multi-dimensional spiritual beings having a human physical experience. And we all have the innate ability to heal fully. No matter where you may be at in your journey, just know that all miracles are possible. If you are stuck with certain diagnoses and you're not really sure how to navigate and move forward, just know that miracles do happen and that you can be cured one day and freed from those diagnostic terms that you've been given. There's always a way and there's always hope. So have faith always. I've learned to manage that extreme hyperactivity and that anxiety that I used to have all the time that used to be so crippling. Now I'm able to manage it better by being aware of the fact that I'm just a more highly sensitive being and being okay with that. And instead of judging myself for it or placing a term or label on this hyperactivity or oversensitivity, I just allow it to come into existence and then learn how to manage it. For me, sitting outside in nature like I'm doing right now in front of you all and listening to the insects around me, you may be able to hear the crickets and the cicadas and the nature sounds. This is my natural anti-anxiety medication now. This calms down my mind so much more quickly than any medication ever used to, which is surprising because I never thought that anything could compare to the medication I was on for anxiety. But it turns out nature has a lot of hidden wonders and a lot of hidden remedies that I never knew existed. And taking off my shoes and walking around barefoot and doing earthing and grounding has also helped to alleviate that anxiety and hyperactivity and helps calm down my mind and my central nervous system and allows me to just be in the flow and to stay centered and just realign before going on to the next activity. So these are some things that have helped me along my journey. Now, I hope that some of these things help you, or something that I'm saying is inspiring you to know that anything can be overcome. I also had to make a lot of lifestyle changes, which helped to eradicate and get rid of this depression and the anxiety and the hyperactivity and the panic attacks I was experiencing. I realized that a lot of that I experienced was a result of my diet. And as soon as I started eating more organic, healthy foods and high vibe foods and more plant-based foods, more vegetarian foods, I started to begin to feel better and to feel more alive. And there's something I learned from Ralph Smart, the YouTuber Ralph Smart, Infinite Waters Diving Deep. He says we can eat to live or eat to die, that food can be our medicine or a poison. So I learned a lot from him, and I started to become more conscious and aware of the foods that I was putting in my body each day and how I felt afterwards. And I've noticed that when I eat vegetarian or even vegan, I have more energy, I feel more alive. And when I eat more vegetables and fruits that are organic, I feel just restored and so much better. And with that, the mind-body connection, I also notice the importance of spirituality and meditation. For me, regular prayer and meditation every day also helps keep a balanced mind with eating healthy. So it's all about taking care of one's body and the mind and balancing that. So prayer, meditation, getting back outside into nature, grounding on the earth surface by taking off my shoes and walking around barefoot, listening to the natural healing frequencies that nature has to offer. These are things that have all helped me to be free from the system, free from these labels, free from the system. Like I said, you know, I was a slave to the system for many, many years. You know, I was part of corporate America. I worked the whole 8-to-5 job, and I was always stressed out and having burnout after burnout after burnout. And it wasn't until I lost my job in 2017 and was removed, regardless of whether or not I liked it or not. It was devastating at the time, or I thought it was, but it turned out to be the best thing that could have ever happened to me, because it forced me to start researching alternative ways of making money and alternative ways of living life. And I started to begin finding ways of making what's called passive income online, and learned how to make this YouTube channel and create videos, and to begin building my own businesses and to become self-employed. And it's been so freeing to be my own boss, to be able to go outside into nature every day, breathe in the fresh air, and have my own schedule. It's amazing. It's been wonderful. And it's been a miracle. So just know, once again, if you're going through something heavy, if you've recently lost a job, or you've gone through a major, massive, unexpected life change, just know that everything happens for a reason. Everything happens in divine order, and you will get through this, and it's going to empower you and make you stronger. And just know you are way stronger than what you have been told. For I used to think that I was always a victim of circumstance, that I was always a victim of what happened to me. And then I began to realize, slowly but surely, that the universe, God, the divine, everything is working for me, not to me or to punish me, but is working in my favor for my highest and greatest good, as is everything is working for your highest and greatest good, in divine order, in divine timing. Okay? So if you're going through something, whether it be a health issue or an unexpected issue in life, just know you don't need to be defined by any labels that have been put on you. And I believe that all of us can be healed miraculously at any time.